Today's sports coverage of the NFL has us at the foot of the Rockies, just west of downtown Denver at Empower Field at Mile High. Just a short time ago, sounds loud enough to reverberate across the Rockies. They're ready for football in Denver as the Broncos get set to do battle with Derek Carr and the Las Vegas Raiders. And off we go from Denver. And not much on this one. Takes it from the 21. And he'll get it up just past the 20 as his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line. They'll run. This is Melvin Gordon. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run. And let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down. Otherwise, it's going to be a long afternoon.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. They run it here with Gordon. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6. Well, this defense for the Raiders, they put together a strong effort last week in the win over Chicago.
And I'm eager to see the game plan and trying to attack them this week, because when you take it away 4 times through interceptions, what do you do now when you go into a game? Do you decide you can't throw the ball? Do you try and run it more? Or do you tell your quarterback, make sure you see your guys open before you deliver?
On play action, Locke. Eluding the pressure right. Man open, he's got it complete to Cortland Sutton. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 38-yard line. A really nice gain of 25 yards. So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory at the 38. Locke going to hand it off here to Gordon. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. They fake the handoff. Now Locke. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. Well, this defense for the Raiders, they put together a strong effort last week in the win over Chicago.
And every defensive team that we talk to, they spend a lot of time talking about creating turnovers. And anytime you get 2 or more in a game, you've had a really good performance. They exceeded that number in a huge way. They got the football back 4 times in the win.
And oh, that nearly an opening drive INT, but it does fall incomplete. Not the way you wanted to start this ball game as it brings up 4th down. And he has got it from 55 yards away. That was never in doubt. They were probably hoping to get him a little bit closer for a shorter field goal, but he was able to get it done from deep.
Nice little tester for him to begin things, huh? I think he was open for a little bit more of a chip shot. Instead, they made him stretch it out a little bit, but he's got to feel great now that he put it through the pipes.
Carr and the Raiders come up 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
I think we got to give it up for him right there. That's a heck of an athletic move for a big man right in the middle of the line. How about the play he makes there? Nowhere to run, and he finishes that one off for a loss.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. On play action, now Carr. He's got a man, it's his fullback. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. That one good for 13 and a Raider first down.
And, Charles, this defense, they know that they've got their work cut out for them. Here's a quarterback coming off a game in which he threw 4 touchdowns. They've watched the tape all week. They've seen it, but what can they do differently?
I think they've got to approach it like a pitcher facing a really hot batter. Get him uncomfortable in the box. Change speeds, change locations, change the pitches you throw at him. So show different coverages. Blitz sometimes, drop back other times. Just don't let him get comfortable or let him get into rhythm.
And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42.
Well, you know, this club, there were some reports earlier in the week, and most have heard this by now, the so-called unnamed sources that were saying all is not rosy in that locker room. There's whispers that 1 or 2 guys, CD, have kind of had enough of how things are going and have been going. How would you handle that as a coach?
Well, you and I both know all the coaches that we've dealt with and come in contact with. They'd love to get their hands on those unnamed sources, wouldn't they? But they know that that's not possible. So I think they've got to go in there and make sure that this isn't a distraction. They also know that once the grumbling starts, it becomes a slippery slope and it's hard to stop the fall. But I think you need to sit some guys down and say, hey, look, we're still hoping to be a playoff team this year. We need you guys to be bought in with what we're doing. Come on, let's get on board.
Carr with a play fake to Jacobs. And that's caught. It's Brian Edwards. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. 33 yards that time.
What a dimension this man brings to this defense. He had his mind set there that he was going to get in and make that tackle. He really flew to the football.
Rolling to his right. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10. Working from the gun, it's Carr. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. 17 yards on the pickup there, and the drive will continue.
A give, it's Jacobs off the option.
And he'll be stopped up after only a couple of yards as he gets it down to the 5. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. One more time with Jacobs. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. Calling a gain of a yard as they get a little bit closer here. It's 3rd and goal.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
Carr now on 3rd and goal. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Justin Simmons. And not much on the return there. He'll take it only up to the 9-yard line.
Excellent anticipation again by Justin Simmons. Read the play the entire way. Career high 5 interceptions in 2020. A first-time Pro Bowler. I doubt it'll be his last.
They run on first down as they get about 3. 2nd and 7 forthcoming.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
Coming up on 2nd and 7. Locke going to throw. And that's complete. Albert Okwuegbunam. And he's out right at the 25. 13 yards on his first catch. It's a first down as well. To throw it is Locke. That's complete. Okwuegbunam. And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8. Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33.
Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 33-yard line.
Here's Locke. He'll get that complete to Albert O.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. On the delayed handoff, this is Gordon. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 18 big yards on that one, and a Denver first. What makes a draw play like that successful?
Well, we did see where he made the first wave miss, and that was a big part of it, but a lot of it is just being actors back there, making the defense think it's going to be a pass.
Now a pass dumped off to his running back. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
It's a gain of 9. Brings up 2nd and a yard at the 37-yard line.
To throw again on 2nd down. Locke. They're looking for Judy, but it's intercepted. Picked off by the rookie from TCU, Trayvon Merritt. And a great return as he's up close to the 40-yard line.
And, Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively, not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And he will not get away from the pressure here. Carr taken down. That time Bradley Chubb shooting in there for the sack. Second quarter, 2 minutes remain. 3-0 our score. Now then, after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. Another try after the first down sack. Carr. And he rifles one incomplete.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync. Only way to play good defense.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And he'll go underneath here to Drake. That's going to bring up 4th down, only a gain of 2 there.
We can make this one pretty simple. Locked up all of his progressions downfield, forced to get it to his running back. But how about the way they ran to the football and knocked him down to force a 4th down?
On 4th down, A.J. Cole comes on to punt. K.J. Hamler deep for the Broncos. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. Hamler now on the return. A good kick, 48 yards, 4 on the return. And the Broncos take over, 1st down and 10. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
Quick hitter here, it's complete. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2.
1st and 10 at the 37-yard line.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Block off a play action. They're looking for Judy, but it's intercepted. Picked off around the 37.
Well, Charles, you know, so close to halftime there. You throw the interception. Not only that, you do give it to them in plus territory as well.
Yeah, they were pushing real hard to try and get something more on the board on their side of the ledger right before the half. Looking at it with 20/20 hindsight, though, might have been better to hand it off a few times, hoping to get something to break instead of putting the ball in the air and, of course, putting the ball in jeopardy.
The lane opens up that time as he'll be brought down just short of a first after a gain of about 9. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half. The last run got 9. That leaves them with 2nd and a yard. Here's Carr to throw. Escaping the pressure right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on 1st down. To throw his Carr. Forced out to his left. And he will go down outside of the pocket for a sack. Tried to get away, but could not. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. The kick by Carlson is good, and that will do it for this first half. So we've reached halftime in a low-scoring affair, just a pair of field goals. 3-3 is our score. As we send you on out to our studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman at REA Sports Halftime Report. Okay, Coach, thanks as always. This one's still anyone's game as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. Second half ready to roll. 2 field goals, the combined output in half number 1. Could be first touchdown wins. Now to return it, here's Kenyon Drake. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. It's a tied football game here. What do you think, Charles, the message was at halftime?
Well, I think that they probably just looked at things and said, we're fortunate that this is a tied game. No need to panic. No need to change a whole lot. We didn't play anything close to our best in the first half, so we don't have to go out and win one for the Gipper. Let's just go out and play our best football and win one for us.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Here's Carr. Buying time to his left. It's just a gain of a couple there on the scramble, and now it's third down.
Yeah, not much there that time, and I think we were both wondering once he got out of the box whether he just throw the ball away and he winds up only picking up a yard or two.
Flushed out right. And he's caught on the sideline, but he's not going to have a first down. They say he was out of bounds, so a big call there that brings up fourth. Here's A.J. Cole now as he'll kick it away for the second time. He'll send this one into the mile-high air, and it's a good one. And a fair catch signaled for and taken just outside the 20-yard line. So a change of possession here on the punt. And that will come the offense as they take over. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. A good run, got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. This is Gordon as they go to him again. They'll only get a couple up to about the 30.
A gain of 2 brings up 3rd and 2.
Fakes the give to Gordon. Now here's Locke to throw.
Flush to his right. Oh, he just needed to throw it away, but instead, out of bounds he goes, and that's a sack.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
So they will accept the penalty and move forward. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked out and incomplete.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating a defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
Third quarter, all tied up. This is 2nd and 10.
Now Carr. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. Got a man. It's caught inside the 10. Touchdown. Equanimous St. Brown. His 2nd touchdown on the season.
And the Raiders on just 2 plays have taken the lead.
Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And the lead is now 10-3. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
K.J. Hamler returning it. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now.
There goes Melvin Gordon. 30, 10, and all the way home for a Broncos score. Melvin Gordon, his first touchdown on the year. And the Broncos are an extra point away from tying the football game.
So Melvin Gordon, he has been a 1,000-yard rusher in this league. Known more for getting the tough yards, but he breaks off a big one there.
And this is a play defensively where you're just looking around and saying, What was that? What just happened? You're looking at your teammates, they're looking at you. And let's face it, your defensive coordinator, he's not going to tip his cap to it. And that's not how football works. But he probably should have after that run. That was absolutely sensational.
And he covered a lot of ground on that one, as evidenced by the final total there on Next Gen Stats.
So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 40. Carr going to throw. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Edwards. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A very nice pickup of 33 yards.
They started this drive with terrific field position, and it's going to get even better after that play. Had great options with where they started, so they decided to press their advantage, and it paid off.
It's Kareem Jackson making the play defensively.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
Second down, Jacobs once more.
Just a couple on the pickup there, and now it's 3rd down.
I'd say they've got to find a way to get him going. He's such a big part of their offense. I wonder if they might throw it a little and come back to the run.
Anything, because you're right, he's pretty much been completely neutralized.
In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. They fake the handoff. Now Carr. Man open. It's St. Brown. He's got it. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago, because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
Now Carr. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. A good rally to the football keeps him to only a yard, and it's 2nd down.
Broncos 4-yard line.
Off the option, here's Jacobs.
And he's in. Touchdown, Raiders. Josh Jacobs, his 2nd touchdown on the season.
And the Raiders have taken the lead here in the final seconds of the 3rd quarter.
Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that makes it a 17-10 score. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
Hamler now to return it.
And he will be taken down here on the return on what will wind up being the final play of this 3rd quarter. We have played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And now, after the touchdown a moment ago, they work from behind in a 7-point game in this 4th quarter. Plenty of time on the clock. 7 yards to pick up there.
Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 31-yard line.
Play action. Now it's Locke. Open man, that's Noah Fant, the tight end. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
Locke on target to Fant for a Bronco 1st down.
Now a 10th carry for Melvin Gordon. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down.
Well, that was one of the few times they've been able to contain him thus far. He's over 100 yards for the game, but he lost a bit off his total on that carry.
After the loss, they'll come up 2nd and 13. Here's Locke to throw. He's got his 6'5" receiver. That's Tim Patrick. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. from the gun. It's Locke. Into the hands of Patrick left side. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down. Back to the ground now with Gordon. 127 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. On play action, Locke. Eluding the pressure right. And he wisely will throw that one away.
So I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
Locke going to try and throw on 3rd down. Sets up the screen to Gordon. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. He loses 4, and it brings up 4th. I don't know how well our microphones are picking it up for those of you at home, but Charles, you and I can hear it. A lot of groans right now coming from this crowd.
I don't know if we're picking up what's happening in the stadium or from the people who are supporting this team at home, because it's coming through loud and clear to you and me. This offense, they've been stuck in neutral much of the game, and on that last play, they actually went in reverse. I think this crowd would have liked neutral, don't you?
Yeah. And look at this. It's a fake. And this is incomplete. A huge gamble, and it does not pay off. They fake the punt. It doesn't work out. And the Raider D, they get the football back. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. Right now clinging to a 1-score lead, Charles, and I think operating within that 4-minute offense with a little less than 4 minutes to go applies here, right?
It certainly does, and that means the playbook is still wide open. But you are a little bit more careful about what you're calling. You want plays that are going to gain yardage, how would you say it, consistently, right? You don't need the big shots downfield, but make sure the clock continues to run. Pile up the first downs. And the goal? End the game with your quarterback kneeling down at the end, and you still have the lead.
Carr now on 1st down. Got a man. It's Darren Waller. And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds. That one goes for 24 yards.
And these guys certainly are not hiding what their intention is. They're absolutely showing it. They're definitely not going to sit on this lead here in the 4th quarter.
Jet sweep. Carr bats it forward. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on 2nd down. A give, it's Jacobs off the option. And he's only going to get a yard from the 20 to the 19. Now, the objective there, I mean, yes, the positive gain, that's nice, but work some clock.
Yeah, you're exactly right, but the problem for them is still within a possession. So they can't just sit on it running the ball. They'll have to find a way to throw it effectively as well.
4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So it's Raider football as we get you reset. They're facing a critical 3rd down now as they try to hold on to this lead. Jet sweep. Carr bats it forward. And quickly, we're going to get another stop here with 1:54 left as they call the timeout defensively. The kick by Carlson is good. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
From way up at the 23. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape, up past the 30. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. They'll start on the ground. This is Gordon on first down. 137 yards rushing for him now as his sensational afternoon continues. Now Locke. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. It's Damon Arnett picking it off. And he'll take this across midfield and inside the 45.
So many times we end a game, and as we're recapping it, we're talking about what offenses did and how they won the game. Let's flip this one over. The defense, they frustrated the offense the entire ball game. That's why they're walking out of here with a victory.
And they're going to love to walk out of here. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Now the Broncos going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. To throw is Carr. He'll swing that out wide to Jacobs. And he'll get it down here to the 43. Now the Broncos will use their third and final timeout as they get the stoppage with just over a minute to go in the game. A nickel set defensively for the Broncos here on third down. Carr to throw. And incomplete. He had nowhere to throw, so he just tossed it away. But that brings up fourth. They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple weeks.
Oh, that's the perfect word for it, precise. Because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row, you have a job as long as you want one in this league, won't you? I mean, let's face it, it's not just West Coast offense either. He's putting the ball downfield as well.
Oh, and what a play on special teams here. This is going to be down inside the 5, all the way down at the 2-yard line.
And he's got to be fired up about that effort. I don't think he could have walked down and placed it any better than where he ended up putting the football. That was excellent.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They might be thinking this is close to a lost cause here. Got to play it out. What do they need to do?
Well, they have a thought process in mind already, but they can't get ahead of themselves. They know that they need to score quickly.
Yep, 2-score game.
Onside kick and get the ball back and then score again, but they can't worry about the last 2 points. The only thing that matters is scoring quickly, then they'll take it from there.
And this is not going to be what they needed. They get a few here, but now third down as the clock runs. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. Lock to throw. He's going to let it fly. And got his man complete. And he is into the end zone for the touchdown. So they still need a miracle with a clock where it's at, but they get one piece to the puzzle done.
Still have hope.
I think it's fair to say there's nothing that gets a crowd to its feet quite like a big play, and that was something special there. Boy, was he moving. Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. And it's caught. He got it in the end zone. So
instead of trying to get 1 point closer, they roll the dice on the fake and come up with 2.
All right, partner, one more time. Our whole lives, you put the ball on the 3-yard line, kick the extra point. 2015, they put it on the 15 to kick the extra point. 2016, they said, we're leaving it there. So if you want to fake it, that's a long way to go. And they got it done.
I was going to say they had a 15-yard play in their back pocket.
You don't see that on too many play sheets, do you?
No. To throw, Carr. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And this is intercepted, but they'll say out of bounds. So very close to a turnover there in the end zone. So this one a victory for the Las Vegas Raiders. And I tell you, these division games never for the faint of heart, but they come through with a tight victory here on the road.
And you find yourself working harder in a game like this too, don't you?
Yeah,
because you got to stay with it, right? You got to stay with it. You got to stay locked in. It's our type of a game. And you just mentioned it. Division game, on the road, tight, and they find a way to win it. Way to hunker down, as my old coach used to say, and find your way through.
So for Las Vegas, their strong start to the year continues as they're up to 5-1. And they'll return home next week to take
Jones.